Now, one thing you may want to do is rotate shapes, and it's honestly more difficult than it should be in this program. So I'm going to walk through and just give you some basic steps on how to rotate objects. So for example, I have this rectangle that is centered in the very center, and it has a width of 300 and a height of 50, and I want to rotate this on an angle 45 degrees. So you may think I would come in here and just do a rotate function and then 45 for 45 degrees. When I run this, it totally disappears. And that's because A, rotate by default is set to rotate using radians. And radians work in quarter pi, pi, by 2 pi plus a quarter pi, and then, or 3/4 pi, and then 2 pi. So it works on a system of like the 2 pi r squared. But instead, we want to turn this to degrees. So when I do degrees inside here, so this is saying do a degrees of 45 plus a rotation. Now when we run this, we will see this again disappear. What has happened is rotates happen around the origin point. So this is the origin point of our canvas. So our shape was here. When we asked it to rotate 45 degrees, it actually moves it like all the way over here, so we can't see it. So let's see if we just did 5. Still don't see it. Let's see if we just left it at 0. Okay, it's there. Let's do 1. There it is. All right, so here you can see it's rotating it around this point. So what we want to do is have it rotate around itself. So in order to do that, we need to translate the origin point. So what I'm going to do is set this back to 45. And now I'm drawing this at width divided by 2, height divided by 2. So above rotate, I'm going to write translate and then change the origin point to where I want to draw my shape. So height divided by 2. And now when I do this, whoop, it's off the screen because I need to reset my rectangle to be 0 and 0. Because I've translated this width divided by 2, I'm going to uncomment this, comment that out. So width divided by 2, height divided by 2. I'm translating the origin point to now draw everything relative to here. So now I just want to draw this at 0, 0 because this is the new origin. See, nothing's changed. But now when I bring this rotate back, now we get a rotation because it's rotating around this particular point. Now, if I wanted to draw another shape afterwards, so say I wanted to draw my ellipse, and I'm going to turn my guidelines back on at 200, 200 with a scale of 100, 100. Now you can see this has reset my entire guidelines. So 200, 200 is here rather than being at this point. So what I need to do is protect these elements here and basically push them out of normal document flow. And I need to push them out of the document flow of this so that our origin point stays the same. So to do that, I write push matrix and then empty parentheses and then pop matrix. And I'm going to Command T just so it spaces correctly. So what this is doing is saying move this out so this is separate and then push it back in afterwards when we're done. So if I run this, now you can see it's rotating this one shape, but leaving this back inside normal document flow. So if you want to rotate objects, the first step is you have to translate its origin point. You need to use rotation, and I recommend using the degrees keyword, degrees function, and then you need to protect it inside a push matrix and a pop matrix. so that way it can accurately rotate around that origin point.